In the soft quiet of our little garden, my heart speaks in whispers of hope and love. I wake up early each day. The morning light is gentle. I feel a soft hope in my chest. I sit by my small window and watch the day begin. I think of the garden. I think of Lily, my child, and of the love that grows quietly between us. Every morning, I make a simple cup of tea. The steam warms my face. I sit at the kitchen table and remember the small acts of care from my past. I feel a deep calm as I sip slowly. In these moments, I know that each day carries a promise of quiet healing. I live in a town where the air is soft and life is slow. In the center of our town, there is a community garden. I love this place. It is a quiet haven. I and Lily work here. Together, we plant seeds, water the soil, and care for the young shoots. The garden is our heart, a small green world that grows and blooms slowly. I am a parent. I sometimes worry if I have done all I can for Lily. I remember times when I was busy and I missed her small hands reaching for me. I feel regret and sadness sometimes. But in the garden, as we work side by side, I see her smile. I see her gentle care for the tiny plants. And I see the chance to heal old wounds with each small act of nurturing nature. Lily is 8 years old. Her eyes are bright. They are full of wonder when she sees a flower open to the sun. She is curious. I ask her, "How do you feel when you see these leaves shake in the wind?" She smiles and says, "I feel like the leaves tell secrets." Her words make me laugh softly. I thank the garden for teaching us simple truths. I hold her hand, and I know that we are building a bond that grows like the tender sprouts in the soil. In our garden, each day is a new lesson. The earth is soft under my fingers. I dig small holes for seeds and cover them with care. Lily helps me water the soil with a small can. We do these things slowly. We speak little. There is peace in the sound of the watering can and the rustle of leaves. I know that these moments matter. Lily is 8 years old. Her eyes are bright. They are full of wonder when she sees a flower open to the sun. She is curious. I ask her, "How do you feel when you see these leaves shake in the wind?" She smiles and says, "I feel like the leaves tell secrets." Her words make me laugh softly. I thank the garden for teaching us simple truths. I hold her hand, and I know that we are building a bond that grows like the tender sprouts in the soil. In our garden, each day is a new lesson. The earth is soft under my fingers. I dig small holes for seeds and cover them with care. Lily helps me water the soil with a small can. We do these things slowly. We speak little. There is peace in the sound of the watering can and the rustle of leaves. I know that these moments matter. I often write in a small diary. I write what I see and feel in the garden. I write about the soft wind, the bright sun, and the deep green leaves that sway in the open field. I write, every leaf is a quiet lesson. Every stem, a gentle call to hope. I read my words and find comfort. I see that, even in silence, there is a language of care. At noon, the garden is bright and full of soft sounds. Bees hum as they travel from bloom to bloom. The earth smells of rain and life. I sit on an old wooden bench. Lily is close by, sometimes playing with a small stone or a fallen petal. I watch her small joys and think that the best things in life are the simplest. The warm sun and a gentle breeze remind me that there is kindness in the world, no matter how small it may seem. Our work in the garden is not always easy. Sometimes, strong winds blow and carry away our tender leaves. Sometimes, the rain is too heavy and the soil becomes muddy. I feel my heart sink during these small troubles. I worry if our efforts will ever bear fruit. But then I see Lily's brave smile. I see that even on hard days, there is beauty in the struggle. I remember what a kind neighbor once said, even a small seed can break through stone. I take these words to heart. I repeat them in the quiet moments, and it gives me the strength to keep going. In the late afternoon, we often rest under a big oak tree at the edge of the garden. I sit with Lily on the soft grass. We look at the sky as it slowly changes from bright blue to soft pastels. I breathe in the cool air and let my thoughts drift like the clouds. I talk to Lily in a gentle tone about how every day brings a new start. Sometimes, she asks questions in small, curious tones. I answer with simple words, careful to make sure she understands. I say, we are like these seeds. We grow slowly, and sometimes we face storms, but we always find our way to the light. Evening comes with a soft hush. The garden darkens, and only the stars and moon shine above. I clean our tools and wash our hands in a small basin. Lily hums a quiet song as we go. Every sound feels like a promise that the day has been kind and that the night will be gentle too. I watch her small face filled with hope, and I know that each day in the garden is a lesson in love. One day, a thought makes me pause. I remember the times before Lily. I remember the lonely nights and the silent meals. I feel a small pain in my heart. The regret of moments missed and the fear of not being enough for her comes slowly back to me. I wonder if I have the strength to be the parent she needs. I let these thoughts drift away as I see Lily planting a new seed with care. In that moment, I understand something important. Love grows with effort. Even if the past is full of lost moments, I can plant new ones. I can nurture our bond with each simple act. I hold her hand and say, today, we will make this garden grow. We will make our love grow. Lily smiles, and I know that my heart has found a way to heal. There are days when other people visit the garden. Neighbors walk by and offer quiet greetings. Some come to help, while others sit in a nearby bench to watch the soft flow of life. I see old friends and meet new ones. They all share a common love for the green space. Sometimes, we share a pot of tea and a piece of bread. Their gentle voices and caring hands make the garden feel even more warm. I learn from them that kindness is like water to the seeds, and love is like the sun. Our community works together in silence and smiles. In these moments, I feel part of something much larger than my small heart. One rainy afternoon, the garden looks different. The earth is dark and wet. Many plants seem to droop. Lily and I stand under a big shelter as we look out at the soaked beds. I sense sadness, not just in the garden but also in my heart. I remember other rainy days when I felt alone. I take Lily's hand and whisper, "After the rain, there is light. After the darkness, the flowers bloom again." Lily listens with big eyes. We decide to work slowly, even on that wet day. We lift fallen leaves and pat down the muddy soil. Each act of care feels like a promise that the storm will pass. Slowly, the garden seems to understand our words and begins to show signs of life. Tiny buds appear on branches, and a bright green leaf stretches toward the sky. I feel a small flicker of hope that these acts of love will mend the hurt we both carry. I write in my diary that day, I was afraid of the rain. I was afraid of the dark feelings in my heart. But the garden taught me to trust in the coming light. I close the diary with a soft sigh. I know that our lives are full of seasons. There are days of bright sun and gentle rain. Each season brings its own gifts and its own lessons. I learn that healing is a slow journey, much like the growth of a seed. Every drop of rain, every beam of sunlight carries a piece of hope. As the days pass, I see changes. The garden grows stronger, and my love for Lily grows deeper. Our routine is simple but full of meaning. Each day begins with a small act of care. We greet the plants, nurture the soil, and speak softly to the growing buds. I learn from the garden that even quiet actions can have great power. In the gentle bend of a flower stem or the soft rustle of leaves, I see that life goes on in small, tender steps. I learn to trust that every seed I plant in our hearts will bloom in its own time. The community garden is more than just a place with plants. It is a space for dreams and gentle healing. Neighbors come by and tell small stories. They speak of their own journeys and share quiet words of wisdom. I often sit on the bench near the flower bed, listening to the soft murmur of conversation, and feel that I am part of a great family. This family is built not on grand gestures, but on the simple truth of caring for one another. In every smile, in every helping hand, I see the truth that love is a garden that grows with time and tenderness. Even in the later hours of the day, when the work is done, I feel a deep connection with the garden and with Lily. We sit together in the cool shade. I ask her, "What did you learn today?" Lily sometimes pauses and then answers, "I learned that every seed has a story. And every story is like a little heart waiting to bloom." Her answer is simple. Yet, in its simplicity, it is full of truth. I nod slowly, understanding that our day in the garden is our story, a story written in the language of soft sunlight, gentle rain, and warm soil. There are moments of quiet conflict in my mind. I sometimes wonder if I did enough for Lily when she was very small. I remember times when I was lost in my own sorrow. I remember nights when I thought I had nothing left to give. But now, with each day in the garden, I see that hope is not lost. I see that each small act of care heals the old wounds. As I brush a stray leaf from Lily's hair, I think we will always have this garden. We will always have these small moments to mend what is broken. One cool evening, as the sky turns a soft gray, the garden feels like a silent friend. I walk slowly along the narrow paths between rows of flowers and vegetables. I stop to touch a tender rose and feel its soft petals. I think of the time when my heart felt as fragile as a petal in the wind. I remember that time, but now, Each petal reminds me that beauty can live in small things. I say quietly, I was broken once, but love made me whole again. These simple words echo in the quiet air. I sit on the bench once more as the stars begin to appear. Lily is curled up next to me. We watch the sky, both of us lost in our own gentle thoughts. My heart feels light. I know that even though there are storms, the sun will rise again. I say to her, every day we learn to grow. Every day our love gets a little stronger. Lily's eyes shine with understanding, and she hugs me tight. In that warm embrace, I feel the truth that our small actions, our quiet moments of care, are what truly make life full. I write again in my diary that night. I write of the soft light that guided our day, of the gentle struggles we faced, and of the small victories that filled our hearts with hope. I write, I am learning that love is like a garden. It needs care, patience, and trust. And even when the storms come, it grows back in its own time. My words feel like seeds that, in time, will grow into a story of healing and gentle strength. Days become weeks. The garden changes with each season. In spring, new flowers bloom and fill the air with a sweet scent. In summer, the garden is full of life. In autumn, the leaves turn soft gold and red, and in winter, the garden rests under a quiet blanket of frost. Through all these changes, Lily and I remain together. We work with care, we share quiet thoughts, and we learn from the garden's endless cycle of hope. Sometimes, I look at Lily as she grows. I see her laugh, play, and gently care for every plant. I see how she speaks to the earth, and I realize that our garden has made her strong. She is learning that every day has beauty in its own way. I think of the times we shared in silence, the simple acts that have become our language of love. And though I sometimes feel the weight of years past, I feel grateful that we have found our way to this peaceful place. Not every day is easy. I remember a time when a heavy storm hit our town. The wind was strong and the rain fell hard. Our garden was battered. Many plants broke or were swept away. I felt a deep sadness as I walked through the ruined beds. I saw the hard work of many days lost in a single night. I knelt among the broken stems and whispered, I will fix this. I will care for you as I care for my heart. That day, Lily helped me pick up the pieces. Together, we worked with gentle hands to replant and repair. In that struggle, I learned that even when nature breaks, our hope can rebuild. The storm did not end our journey. It only made us stronger. Slowly, the garden recovered. New shoots pushed through the soil. The vibrant colors of fresh blooms returned. I watched Lily with wonder. She smiled as if she saw magic in the new growth. I saw that our hard work had brought the garden back to life. In that recovery, I saw a reflection of our own healing. I realized that in love, there is always a way back to hope. As I near the end of another long day, the garden and I share a final quiet moment. The setting sun casts soft shadows over the rows of flowers. The air grows cool and calm. I sit on the wooden bench and look at my hands. They show marks of soil and work. I think about every small moment spent here. I think about every time I saw Lily smile as she watered a plant or gently placed a seed in the earth. I feel that our lives are a collection of these moments, tiny, precious, and full of quiet meaning. In these final hours of the day, I feel a deep peace. I know that the garden is not just a place of plants. It is a mirror of our lives. Each seed we plant is like a promise that even the smallest act can shine bright in the dark. I say softly to Lily, our garden is our love. It may face storms, but it will always find the sun. Lily hugs me. I feel warmth flow through me like a soft river that will never stop. I close my diary and turn off the small lamp in my room. I whisper a quiet prayer for the garden and for the heart that cares. I hope that tomorrow, as I wake in the soft light, there will be new moments of calm, new seeds of hope, and a new chance to love. I have learned that life is a gentle journey. Our days are full of small, simple acts that, when put together, become a beautiful story. I have learned that even when I feel lost, the garden and Lily guide me back to hope. Our love grows in the quiet moments, in the soft words, and in the shared smiles. I know that our journey is not perfect. There are challenges, there is pain. But the care we put into our garden, the care we put into our hearts, heals us slowly, like the soft light of dawn healing the darkness of night. I often say to myself, every breath of wind, every drop of rain, is a reminder that life is a gentle journey. And in that journey, love grows quietly, like a flower in the garden. Those words have become a silent promise. They remind me that even in the simplest acts, there is deep meaning and endless hope. Now, as I look back over the years, I see that the garden has taught me more than I ever knew. It has taught me about patience and care. It has shown me that our relationship with Lily is a living story. Each new day, as we water the soil and nurture the plants, we also nurture our hearts. We rebuild our strengths after small storms. We watch, quietly, as what was once broken transforms into something gentle and bright. This garden is our home of love. I see in every green leaf the promise of a new beginning. I see in every drop of water the memory of the past and the light of the future. When I hold Lily's small hand, I see the delicate bond between us. It is like a vine that grows slowly yet firmly, wrapping our hearts in a gentle embrace that promises growth, healing, and hope. At times, I remember days filled with sadness and loneliness. I remember how hard it was to smile on days when the sky was overcast and the wind was bitter. But then I see a flower emerge from the rain-soaked soil, or I hear Lily's laughter as she finds joy in a small bee buzzing near a blossom. In these moments, I am reminded that life, though simple, is also filled with the quiet miracles that make every day worth living. I take a deep breath and look around the garden. The soft green leaves, the bright colors of blossoms, and the gentle hum of nature all speak to me. They tell me that there is healing in care. I see that, like these plants, I too can grow stronger each day. I see that even old wounds can be healed with time and tenderness. I see that love, when nurtured with care, is as natural as the sun rising each morning. Today, as I sit under the twilight sky, I feel a deep, warm satisfaction. I know that our small journey in the garden is just one part of a longer, gentle story. I hold Lily close and whisper, our love is the seed that makes our garden bloom. It is the promise of a new day. It is gentle and strong. And in that moment, I feel a quiet certainty that, no matter the weather or the troubles that may come, our hearts will always find a way to heal. In the silence of the night, I think back over all the days we have spent together in the garden. I recall each gentle moment, the early morning tea, the soft conversations with fellow gardeners, the shared smiles over a tiny sprout, and the quiet resolve in facing the day's small challenges. I am filled with gratitude. I am grateful for the garden, for Lily, and for every day that brings a chance to start anew. Tomorrow, I will wake again in the soft glow of dawn. I will prepare my tea and walk to our garden with a calm heart. I will work with care, hand in hand with Lily, and know that even the smallest seed can bring great joy. And though the garden may face storms or difficult seasons, I will always remember that our love is the gentle promise that makes every day shine with hope. I close my eyes now, feeling the soft pulse of a heart filled with quiet gratitude. I know that the garden of our love will grow, slowly but surely, with every act of care. I drift to sleep with a calm mind and a gentle heart, knowing that in every new day there is a chance to nurture life and to heal. This is my gentle journey, a long and winding path of love, care, and hope. In the simple act of tending a garden, I have learned that peace is not far away, that healing comes in small steps, and that the bond between Lily and me is as enduring as the earth itself. Our garden teaches us that life is about nurturing every small moment. And every small moment, in its own gentle way, is a quiet celebration of love. I end each day with the same soft promise, that every seed we plant today will bloom tomorrow. I end each day with the quiet thought that love, like our garden, will always find a way to grow. And in that promise, I find my peace, my hope, and the knowledge that our journey together is filled with endless, gentle love. In the soft night, under a canopy of gentle stars, I know that every breath, every small act of care, and every quiet moment in our community garden is a step toward healing. The garden is not just a place for plants, it is our meeting place, our home of hope, where our hearts learn again that no matter how hard life may be, there is always a chance to grow, to love, and to begin anew. I sleep soundly with these thoughts. Tomorrow, the sun will rise, and our garden will greet us with the soft promise of a new day. And with Lily by my side, I will once again step into the garden of love, ready to nurture life, to mend old wounds, and to celebrate the gentle, ever-growing bond between us. In this quiet journey through the garden, I have found that every day is a step towards healing. I have learned that patience and small acts of love are enough to mend a heavy heart. The earth, the sky, the soft wind, and the bloom of a flower remind me that even when pain lingers, hope always awakens with the light of a new day. And as long as we are together, there is no storm too strong, no night too dark, and no heart too broken to be healed by the simple, enduring language of love. My journey is gentle, slow, and ever full of promise. I know now that life is a garden where every small seed of care grows into something beautiful. With Lily beside me, I face each day with calm acceptance and soft joy. Our love will always nurture the community garden in our hearts, growing steadily, quietly, and with a deep, everlasting hope. I rest now in the knowledge that our small acts of love echo in the gentle whisper of the wind and in the quiet bloom of every flower. This garden, our labor, and our bond teach me that healing comes slowly, day by day, in the simplest moments. and in the gentle rhythm of life, I find a peace that is both tender and true. In the end, I know that our garden is not just soil and plants. It is a home of memories, care, and quiet miracles. It is a symbol of what it means to love without grand gestures, to nurture with patience, and to heal with the steady, nurturing touch of simple, honest hearts. And that is the gentle story I live each day, planting seeds of hope, tending to the small acts of care, and growing together in the beautiful, humble language of love. As I finally drift to sleep, I carry with me the deep, soft truth of our garden, that with love, every day can blossom anew, and every small act of kindness can heal even the heaviest heart. The journey in our garden continues. Each day, I wake with a quiet promise, hand in hand with Lily, ready to meet the world with soft smiles and gentle determination. The garden, a living memoir of our love, whispers in the quiet hours that life is best lived slowly, with heart open to even the smallest sparks of light. With every sunrise, our bond grows stronger, our hearts learn to forgive, and our love blooms in the tender soil of everyday care. This is the gentle truth of our days, a truth that says in the quiet of a garden, amidst the soft sounds of life, we find our healing, our hope, and our eternal promise of love. I close my eyes now, filled with a gentle smile. I know tomorrow will bring another day of small joys and quiet miracles. And I know that in the loving care of this garden, along with every shared moment with Lily, my heart will continue its gentle